Good morning and thank you for being tuned in to Times Now. Let's first up take you straight across to Maldives, where the Prime Minister has just landed in Malé. Now, after the friction that was witnessed between the two countries, now it's time for resetting the ties. The Prime Minister has just arrived, and as he met the President Muizzu, he also hugged him. So a fresh off the sealing of the historic free trade agreement with the UK, the Prime Minister in Maldives now aiming for the significant diplomatic reset with the island nation. He is attending Maldives' 60th Independence Day celebrations as the guest of honor, a day that marks not only the island nation's independence but also 60 years of the India-Maldives diplomatic ties. The visit also signals a major thaw in the relations after the India-out debacle of the late 2023. Now, look at the visuals. As the Prime Minister arrived, President Muizzu was there to welcome him, and it was a big break from the friction that we saw before in the relations, where the Prime Minister was seen hugging the President. It was a very warm welcome that was accorded to him, after which there was a cultural performance as well, welcoming the Prime Minister to the country. Now, this is a very, very significant visit because this signals a new chapter in the relations between India and Maldives. This comes after the visit to the United Kingdom, and this is the second stop of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister's visit to Maldives significant because it also marks his first since the bilateral ties were strained by the India Out campaign that was led by some of the Maldivian leaders. And also the President's tilt was also seen to be pro-China. So there is a big diplomatic shift that is being witnessed. The Prime Minister is currently there, and both countries are also set to review the economic and maritime security partnership as well that was agreed upon in October last year. So the President of Maldives inviting the Prime Minister to attend the 60th National Day celebrations as a chief guest. Senior consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary joins us on the broadcast with the details of why this is extremely significant, and in a clear indication, Srinjoy, that the relations are getting much better. We also saw a lot of warmth between the Prime Minister as well as the President of Maldives. As he arrived, the President was there to welcome him, and he was greeted with a warm hug.
The times are clearly changing. About that, there is no dispute. Because you think of 2 years ago, when Muizzu won on an anti-India platform, his bottom line was India out. And today, it is Modi in. So there is a complete change, a complete reversal as far as the Maldivian policies are concerned. You remember the time when Prime Minister Narendra Modi went to Lakshadweep. It was a signal to people that you don't have to go to the Maldives. You can go to Lakshadweep. And today the Prime Minister himself is in the Maldives. So there is no dispute about the fact that everything has changed. The next question is, why is this so? And the main reason is that Maldives has realized for 3 reasons. One, that India will always be a close friend. And you cannot change geography. China is there, but China is a long distance away. When Maldives needs help, the country that will be there is India. And there are really 3 examples of that. When Maldives needed serious water, drinking water, there was a water shortage, India flew bottles of water to the Maldives. Secondly, all these economic problems that Maldives faced because of all these heavy loans from the Chinese, India stood by the Maldives. Thirdly, when you look at the security situation, India has stood by and helped Maldives with its security problems. Fourthly, this is an additional issue. The fact that there are thousands of tourists who visit the Maldives from India every year, and suddenly it stopped. And this is again something the Maldives realized, that India is always a friend in need, which is why this invitation has come, and Prime Minister is visiting on the 60th National Day. It is a big moment for India. It's a big moment for the Maldives.
Okay, all right. And there's a big shift that we're seeing very clearly from India out to, like you mentioned, the Prime Minister being there and also being the guest of honor for the big day celebrations in Maldives. Sanjay, thank you for joining us with those details.